Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a new video, and today we're going to be having a little bit of fun on Fortnite. It's been a while since I've really been able to get huge fun out of Fortnite due to the game actually just lacking in game modes, but the brand new game mode with the burger and pizza has increased my level of enjoyment in Fortnite recently to an extreme amount because I've come up with a crazy idea. It's a cross between Save the World and Fortnite, and basically I've been trapping people and absolutely tearing them with traps inside the new game mode. Now, to get this to work, I will show you guys what to do once we are in there, but let me show you guys how I've been building the traps. You guys can get the idea of it, so you guys can see exactly what is going to be going on with this trap. So imagine this on top of the pizza type thing, or the burger, the burger, or the tomato head, whatever you want to call it. Imagine this sort of ramp thing on top of that. So let me build it for you guys right now. So the idea of it is to attract people to land on it, so when they dive in, they'll land on it. Now, we will be jumping into a game in a minute. You guys can check out what's been happening, but this is exactly what I've been building in these areas. So this, what I'm building right now, is where the burger or tomato head would be in this section right here. And then what happens, I'll show you guys. So this, behind this wall here, is where the burger or tomato head would be, and I place traps in here like this. And what happens is people decide to, for some reason, land on here and go down here. But you're probably thinking, Pat, why are you just going to walk into traps? Well, the answer to that, this is what I do in the game, by the way. I build it around like this so they can't jump out. I'll show you guys exactly what I do right now. I use freeze traps. So what I go and do is I place the freeze trap on the wall that they can't see when they're landing in. So for example, if you're coming in from that side over there where the tomato is, over that direction, you'll be diving into here and you'll land on this point and be like, oh, this is awesome, and you'll be like, uh-oh, and boom, you'll get spike trapped. And it works really well. It's an absolute amazing trap, and I pulled off a lot of kills with it recently in that game mode, and it turns out pretty well. Now, you've got to be careful using 4 traps. To be honest, I just recommend using 2. I wouldn't even put that one there. Sometimes I'd just build it in the first block, and usually I'd put a door here because for some reason your team seem to land there as well and find it funny to destroy your traps. But this is something I've been having a lot of fun with, and I'd love to make a compilation of clips if you guys were to do this. Feel free to do this and send me your clip on my Twitter at postboxpat. Just tweet it to me and I'll be sure to add it into a big video if we manage to get enough clips of you guys trolling people with this trap thing. Alright guys, so we've jumped into the replay of the recent game I've just played to show you guys this technique. Now, to start this technique, it's a pretty obvious tip. I suggested this in my video where I did on how to win this every single time. You simply want to land straight at the actual location where the burger or the tomato is and go for all the supply drops. Now, once you guys have done all the supply drops, you should gain access to a few freeze traps and a few spike traps. Hopefully, there can be the unlucky game where you gain no access to any freeze or any spike traps, which can be extremely disappointing and is very upsetting when that does happen, to be fair. And it's happened to me a few times and we have to just quit, or I just quit the game and go into another one. Now, if you do this with your friends on squads, you're going to guarantee near enough every supply drop because you and your friends can split up and you should be able to gain access to a bunch of freeze traps and traps. So I recommend doing it on squads rather than on your, like, by yourself on solo. It's not exactly solo, is it? Because you can go and fill with other people. But most people have been stealing my traps and it does get on my nerves. Anyway, once you have grabbed all the resources required for this, you want to jump over to the actual location where you're going to be building this trap. And that is obviously on top of the burger or the tomato, depending on which one you're defending. Now, you can do it on the opposing base. Most likely it's going to get destroyed, so I recommend doing it on your own. So you can see here, I'm just heading into the base now, ready to build it, and this is when I start to begin to build the trap. So to start setting up the trap, I'll slow it down for you guys right now and switch into a replay mode. You'll see me setting up the trap here now. This is me just simply setting up the trap while being fought by enemies. You can see I'm getting shot at a little bit. I decided to get rid of this structure here because I need them to come through here. I'm trying to pick where exactly I can build this. I'm having a little fight with this guy here. You can see me here in the new freeze outfit, thanks to JT for that one. Shout out for him. He actually gave me this outfit. He's an awesome YouTuber and he has supported me with this one. So here, what I'm doing is I'm setting it up so they don't go near this rock, they avoid this rock, and they go flying into this room here, which is obviously going to be full of traps. So let's speed it up a little bit while I build this little structure. You've just seen me build it in the playground mode. You can see me building it right here again. I'm having a little bit of difficulties building it because there's a huge fight going on, but you know, I'm building it slowly, stage after stage. It's taking a little bit of time because there are a few enemies around and I have to kill a few. It looks like I've just died, so I've got to respawn in. So after wasting a little bit of time for me to spawn in, you can see here now I'm slowly starting to set up the position of the traps and the ice traps. They're still not fully set up yet. It's like not 100% set up yet as a kind of like a machine ready to take out enemies. But once you've got it kind of mastered and ready to go, you will be sorted. You can see I'm having a little bit of difficulty fighting this troop here. So we'll skip to the point where it's all set up. So here we are, guys. We finally have skipped to the position where I've set the trap up fully. You can see here the spikes are down here. Unfortunately, only one spike trap because the other one got destroyed, but still enough to kill players on this game mode if they haven't got any shield. We've got one freeze trap, another freeze trap there, and another freeze trap there. Again, players can stop themselves from falling into this by building, but most people will just kind of go with it and then they get killed by the trap. Usually after one attempt of it, they do stop doing it. So here you can see the first victim to my trap. He begins to slowly fall into this, and he does actually get eliminated, and by the looks of it, it was a teammate, but there comes the enemy, and there's the first elimination. Let's just wind that back and watch it in slow motion, because it is extremely hilarious watching this happen to the enemies in this game. So let's just wind it back a little bit, and we'll watch it in a little bit more slow motion, because it is very funny to watch this happen when we see the enemy coming. So there we are, he drops in like that. You can see the enemy dropping in. He drops straight in like that. Don't know why my screen's shaking, that's kind of annoying. Why is it doing that? Let's try and stop that from shaking. There we go. So he drops in. You can see him dropping in. And watch this. The freeze trap activates. He gets frozen. And he thinks, oh no, it is the end for me. He has no control of his movement. The only thing he could do is obviously build some stairs now to stop him from going into it. But he just doesn't decide to do that. A lot of people don't really think in this situation. I think he might get the kill. But suddenly, he does actually decide to build to try and save him by the looks of it. But it's just too late before he goes flinging into the spike trap and stands no chance. So there is one hilarious kill that I've had from doing this method. So let's wind it on a little bit and see what else we can get to. Because I'm pretty sure I do get a few other kills doing this technique. So this guy up here, I think he's clocked onto it. But he actually doesn't realise once again. And he decides to go straight in. And he doesn't get spiked because he is my team. So that's the only unfortunate thing. But there are a few fools on your team who do end up going into this, and it is hilarious to try out in Battle Royale. I recommend it. So this guy again, he's just been killed by it, and he almost gets killed by it again, but he manages to save himself with the build there. Luckily enough there, the guy saves him, but I keep pinging, and eventually he ends up going into the trap once again, because I end up using my minigun to cause him to fall straight into it. Pretty funny. He tried like destroying my trap, and people will try and do that. I don't know, well, obviously I know why, because they don't want their team getting killed by it, but it is a hilarious kind of like system that if you guys can create, it can be extreme fun. So there again, another the same guy once again decides to go into it. So watch this, guys. Let's just wind it on a little bit here. It does a little bit of a shaky thing for some reason, and he drops in any minute now. He drops in. My teammate actually decides to place the trap, so if I wind it on and slow it down a little bit here, you'll see that he actually decides to drop in again. Now, I don't know why he decides to drop in again, but sometimes the people just kind of decide to. And it's funny that our teammate here was trying to build some stuff around here, trying to like get himself out, and I just don't understand why they keep trying to climb up. Like, the only way out is through this exit over here, but he has actually placed a trap down. Our teammate wasn't too sure why he did that. The funny thing I find about this is it's the same guy who's been trying to get to us. Well, I don't know if it's exactly the same guy. It might be a different one. Actually, it is a different one. He just comes in and gets instantly trapped. So many people fall for this and they think it's like a perfect entrance. And it's really satisfying when you get a kill using this trap method. It really is, guys. Like, honestly, if you pull this off a few times, you'll notice that you'll really enjoy it. And it'd be awesome if you guys could get some crazy compilations and send them over to me. I've ridiculously been enjoying this method of a trap system because it's just absolutely hilarious. Again, another player up here, and this is when the players do start to realize about the traps and they try to destroying them. A little bit annoying, but it's just the way that happens, and that can happen in your game, and unfortunately it did right here. You can see this player here got killed by them, and they were that annoyed they decided to try and destroy the traps, but walked straight into it. But that's really it for this video. It's just a funny thing that I've been doing in the actual new game mode, the food fight game mode, and I've really been enjoying doing that. So if you guys want to go and do that, try it out. Send me your clips at postboxpat on Twitter. I'll be sure to check them out. I'm probably going to do it straight after this video while it's rendering. Honestly, it's something that I've really been enjoying, and I really want to try it out with some squads and stuff and some subscribers. So if you guys are up for playing with me on this one, let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll jump into a game together and play this one and try this out, because it is a really fun thing to do, and it's really the only game mode you can do it on, because was obviously the respawn system. Kind of frustrating how people can die and then they come back and go and destroy your traps. It'd be awesome if they could make like traps have a lot more health in it. I did try placing the traps underneath the turret, like, you know, the turret that has like 1,000 health. It used to have 5,000. When the game mode first came out, I was doing this method. I tried placing it, like placing the turret here and the trap underneath. It just didn't work. So a little bit annoying that, but it would have been amazing if it did, because you would have had a trap with 5,000 health. Just after this game, guys, I jumped into another game and I actually managed to get 5 kills. So I put a compilation together with some music over the top. I was actually looking for some funny music. I was looking for kind of like a fast-paced circus music, not the classic circus music. But if you guys know what I'm trying to talk about there, it's basically like a fast kind of like racing circus music where things like running around and stuff. That's the music I wanted for it, but I couldn't find it. So if you know the name to that track or got any suggestions, leave it down in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys aren't already supporting me as a creator, go over to that, because the creator code thing may have reset. So make sure you go and re-enter my creator code, which is postboxpat. I want you guys to enjoy this compilation because it is absolutely hilarious, and enjoy the rest of the video. So if you're new around here, please stick around, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I produce daily Fortnite content. This has been awesome, producing a video where it's kind of like a crossover between Save the World and Battle Royale with the idea of trap tunnels. But yeah, really funny. I baited loads of people in, and enjoy the rest of the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.